Strategies are what gets you into trades, but habits are what gets you profitable. Have you ever wondered why some traders consistently make profits while some other traders consistently lose and blow their accounts? Now, this has got to do with what happens during, after, and even before the trading session begins. In today's video, I'm going to show you the 10 different habits that helped me move from being an inconsistent trader to a consistently profitable trader. Now, let's get straight to it. A trading journal forces you to take responsibility for every trade you take. Now, you can't blame the market for the results you get. You must analyze the market and own up to your choices. Over time, journaling also helps you to refine your strategies to know which of the strategies work or which of the strategies doesn't work, so as to help you know which to focus on and which to discard. Journaling also helps you keep track of your performance over time, whether we're talking about months or weeks or years. Okay, you can check to see whether or not you're really improving or making the same mistake over and over again. Number 2, mastering one setup. Now, instead of trying to learn everything at once, you can just master one setup and try to rinse and repeat this over and over again. Now, this gives you an edge in the market, because when you try to dabble from one strategy to another, it brings a lot of confusion and at the end of the day would affect your consistency in the market. So instead of trying to focus on different strategies, mastering one strategy would help you gain deeper insight into how this setup behaves across multiple pairs, and this will make you become a master in how this pattern tends to form and why you should always take this trade, thereby increasing your confidence. Number 3, backtesting with purpose. Now, purposeful backtesting helps you check whether your system has worked across historical data. This will help you base your trades on evidence rather than guesswork. Number 4, no trade zones. Now, there are some zones that I know that if I should enter the trade this time, it's going to be too early. Okay, so what you're supposed to do in such cases is identify areas of the charts where you know that you don't have to avoid taking your entries. A lot of us need to understand something about trading, that trading is all about taking money from the impatient to hand over to the patient people. So you need to learn to stick to your strategy and know when to stay off the market, because in reality, not taking a trade at times is one of the best money management principles you can actually follow. Number 5, you must learn to have a risk-to-reward ratio of 1:3 at the minimum. Now, why is that very important? Because in some cases, you need to understand that losses will always come as a Forex trader. Okay, so one of the things I usually do is whenever I'm experiencing a drawdown, like let's say I have 1, 2, 3, 4 losses. Now, just one trade can actually take me back into positive. What do I mean? Most of my trades are basically 1:5 to 6 risk-to-reward ratio at the minimum. So I do not tend to panic whenever I have drawdowns. Okay, what I'm trying to say in essence is this. Let's say you took 10 trades and 7 of those trades end up being losses and 3 of them end up being winners. Okay, now remember you have 1:3 risk-to-reward ratio. So it simply means that 1 times 7 gives you what? 7. Now the 3 that were winners means 3 times 3 gives you 9. So 9 minus 7 that were losses gives you 2. So at the end of the day, you're still net positive. Okay, it's very easy to be profitable as a Forex trader if you learn to get the basics right. With a 30% win rate kind of strategy, you are still going to be profitable in the Forex market. Number 6, you need to have specified time zones when you enter the market. Okay, of course, you know already by now that the market is divided into 3 major sessions. We have the New York session, we have the London session, and we have the Asian session. Okay, so you need to decide when you hit the market. Are you going to be a London session trader? Are you going to be a New York session trader? Are you going to be an Asian session trader? Okay, even though we all know by now that the Asian session is a consolidation period, so you should avoid being that kind of trader. Okay, so you should pick between the London session and the New York session to come into the market. Okay, so that's going to help you to avoid midnight or late night trades that has to do with emotion. Number 7, weekly review of the market. Okay, now what's the essence of having the weekly review? That is going to tell you the number of trades that you were able to take during the week, during the course of the week, number of wins you had, number of losses you took, and also number of trades that you missed for one reason or the other. Okay, you should be able to look at the different pairs and say, okay, Euro USD, I was actually anticipating this particular move. but somehow I wasn't available to take the trade. So did it pan out as you expected, or did it not pan out as you expected? So these are things that you need to look out for. So it's very important that you do that every week. Now it's preferably done over the weekend. Okay, so let's say maybe Friday night or Saturday morning, Saturday, Sunday, any of those days is just cool. Okay, to have your weekly review of the market. Number 8, you need to have a screenshot of your trades. What do I mean by having a screenshot of your trade? Let's say you've taken your 10 trades. Now you saw losses and you saw profits. You need to have a screenshot of each and every single trade you took, especially the wins. They're going to help you be able to identify the patterns that worked. And also, having a screenshot of the losses would also help you identify the patterns that did not work. You see, the Forex market is filled with repeated patterns, okay? So these patterns, they keep repeating themselves. So as long as you've taken patterns that succeeded or that worked out, when you see them the next time, you should be able to recognize them. That's the whole essence of having screenshots of your trades. So you are advised to please have screenshots of your trade, whether winners or... Number 9, you need to learn to use a risk calculator. You need to know your position size. Okay, you need to be sure that at this point where I'm entering this trade, what loss size am I going to be using first of all, and also what's my stop loss size going to be in terms of the amount of percentage that's going to be going out of my, because a lot of people will say, yes, I use a very small lot size, I use a very small lot size, but they end up entering trades that their stop loss would be about 50, 60, 70 pips. That's going to take you out of the market very, very quickly. So you need to have a proper way of entering the market to ensure that you're not exposing your trading account. Okay, so calculate your position size, know the stop loss level that, well, depending on your strategy and the kind of trader you are, whether you're a swing trader, a scalper, or a day trader, but it's always advised that you don't use more than 20 to 30 pips in one single trade. Okay, then also ensure you have 1 to 3% of your account exposed in this thing. Number 10, you need to talk to another trader on a weekly basis. Now, what's the essence of talking to another trader on a weekly basis? Trading journey can be very boring at times. Now, having a partner that you talk to or even a mentor helps to keep your focus going and also keep your head straight. Okay, because you realize that a lot of things happen in the market and you look out for who to just share some of those things. Maybe if you're a guy and maybe your wife happens not to be someone that's interested in that, you find it difficult to communicate something like that with her. So, but if you have a trade partner or a mentor, you can easily put up a call and have those conversations, and it's going to help clear your head and prepare you for the next day's trade or the next week's trade. So it's very important that you have someone you talk to on a consistent basis about the trades you take, whether winners or losers. On a final note, none of these trading habits are flashy. Okay, there are things that can be built. Do you understand? Like I said earlier, trading can be a very boring venture. You can take out time to build these habits into you, and they're going to help you move your trading game from one level to the next. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, okay? And also don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you get notified each time we post a new content on this channel, okay? And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.